blasting out of both your mouth and your ass for like all day. But then
I don't even know
after,
if I'm on camera, but whatever.
you know, after the stomach flu,
right.
then I guess after it tore through my intestines, I had an infection in my small intestine and in my colon. I have a picture of like my no
eyes widen,
no
bro.
What you think I just shoved my phone up my ass and just took a picture?
His eyes
so
widened, bro.
no, they actually did give me pictures of that.
Really?
Because I had I had an endoscopy.
Like an X-ray type thing.
And it's an endoscopy. Something like I know it's on my discharge papers. Procedures performed: upper endoscopy, colonoscopy. They shoved a fucking camera up my ass, and they looked up and they went up there and they're like, okay, most of everything is okay, but it's just your colon's fucked. It's really inflamed. It can't absorb any fluids or foods, so that's why I didn't eat for like 2 weeks straight. I was on IV fluids.
2 weeks straight. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
How
it
did
was
feel?
just
Like eating out of the tube, pretty much.
Oh, I didn't eat anything.
Well, not eating, but like.
Literally.
So what did they do? They just like shoved it in your body, or what?
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but there are two things they'll do. When you are in that sort of state, the only time they will feed you through like a straw or anything like that is when they can't get a PICC line in, which is what they gave me. Now, I don't know if I can show you. It's going to be not too gnarly, but...
You got any scars?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, it's not exactly a big scar. So, you see this hole in my arm?
Yeah.
That is where they had this thing called a PICC line.
Looks like my pimples, bro.
Yeah. So, the PICC line is sort of like... Imagine an IV, but it's thicker. A lot thicker.
To your stomach.
Yeah, it's really small now. I lost like 16 pounds.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of pounds, buddy.
Yeah, especially to lose in 2 weeks. So, they did a bunch of blood drawn, so like my whole right and left arm is like scarred up. But this is where they put that PICC line in it, and a PICC line is just a really thick IV. Now, they didn't actually put a needle in through here. They literally just carve a hole in your arm and put a big tube there. And then that connects to an IV bag. So they can pump more fluids in you without your veins exploding.
You know?
So that's what they pump my lipids in there, my fats in there, and my liquids in there. So that way I wouldn't die of any starvation or dehydration, but it's not a surplus of it. So like so they kept me like right on that line of dying, but not
So you
too
were
far.
about to die.
Yes, for 2 weeks straight, laying in a bed, I could not move.
No more Marshawn if like if you were like
If
a day late.
if they cut those, well, no, I'd be fine if I were like a day or two late.
But a week is you'd be dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as I would have kept hydrating like I did, and trying to eat small stuff, you could honestly live for a pretty long time. But
You were on the brink.
yeah, I was on the brink because I was
very
losing
close.
so much fluids faster than my body could process it in my gut. So that's why I needed to go to the hospital. And yeah, like you can't move, like at all. Like there was a lot of stomach pain, a lot of that.
So you were just in pure pain, but you couldn't move at all.
Not at all. Like moving was such a chore. Right arm felt like a brick. Left arm felt like a brick. I could not take a shit on my own. I could not take a piss on my own.
So
At all.
So you
Yes.
had like a doctor help you.
Yes. To help me wipe everything.
That's gotta feel nasty.
Yeah, it was not cool.
that,
Not fun.
yeah, that would not feel nice.
Yeah. Though at a certain point it did get better. They did have to give me morphine like 2 or 3 times because the pain was so bad. I could not sleep at all. Like there was no other drug they could have given me that wasn't either fentanyl or like something so minor as Tylenol that it would do nothing.
Right.
So they did give me morphine a few times, and after like a good week and a half, that's when I started to feel better, like a lot better, where I could actually like not be in excruciating pain.
Right.
So that's when I realized there was an Xbox 360 in there. There was an
Shit,
Xbox
yeah,
360
give me
in
that.
the cabinet.
Give me that controller.
Bro, that's exactly what I did. And they were like, "So, want to play some games?" What? There's an Xbox in there. Huh? Oh, okay.
There's an Xbox in there.
So I ordered an Xbox 360 and I sat there and I played like Forza Horizon and Portal 2 for like a good 3 to 4, maybe 5 days while they were running my tests.
This would be such a great segment for Juan to just come in with this topic because we're talking about games now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the gist of it. I do have a follow-up soon.
You want to go open that door, Palia?
What, is he coming in?
Oh my god, this is like
A lot of people?
they're gonna steal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so your painfulness, yes?
Yeah, so all of that was over. I do have a follow-up, and I do now have to take 3 pills every morning, but only for a little while. Only reason why I have to take 3 pills in the morning is because the prescription that they could get me on the... So each pill is like 3 milligrams, right? But I need 9 milligrams a day.
You might have to move out of the way.
So soon they're going to give me 9 milligram pills, so I only need to take that pill.
Like urgent care or whatever? ER?
That day, no. It was the next day. Because that day she was like, I have work. I cannot do this. Your dad cannot take you either, so we're just going to take you next morning, which is fine.
Suffer. Suffer for another day.
Pretty much. So the next day, yep, urgent care, and then frequent urgent care visits until like a week ago, and then that's when they come. So yeah, all the nurses in there are really cool, except for one.
What happened with the...
I remember one name. Oh, her name was
Close
Karen.
it, please.
Now, this nurse Karen was really
Of course
terrifying.
it's a fucking Karen.
And the reason why I say terrifying is not because she's like literally scary. It's because everything she said was a question. When she's drawing my blood and working with my IV bags, she's changing my IV bags and she's measuring like the circumference of my arm around the PICC line.
Do you feel like you're gonna die right this second?
Like it wasn't that. It was like, is this how your last nurse did it?
No wonder
Is this
why
how
you're
she did it?
fucking scared, dude. It sounds like she doesn't know how to do
exactly.
it.
She didn't know. And in the beginning, and like from what the other nurses have said, when nurses change IV bags, especially like lipids, fats, and stuff, and those bags are big.
Mm-hmm.
She literally said verbatim in the beginning, as soon as she walked in, when I change your bags, I'm gonna need to go call another nurse to help. She did not do that. She sat there for 15 minutes fiddling with my cords. Did they give you a bifocal or a trifocal? I'm not a nurse.
I don't know. I'm just sitting here about to die.
Yeah, I didn't
don't
go
know.
to med school, dude, and she's just sitting. Did they give you a bifocal
Well,
or
what's
a
this
trifocal?
pipe called again?
Yeah, like shit like that. I was just staring at my dad, and he was just like,
It's like you gonna kill him faster or what is going
yeah,
on
like
here?
I've seen my IV bags worked on and changed on so many times that I knew what she was doing. So I knew that she couldn't really hurt me because she's just changing the bags. So
Who
unless
could hurt
she,
somebody who's already in pain,
yeah,
you know?
at that point, yeah. So unless she just grabbed on the fucking IV and just yanked it out, I would have been fine.
Type of shit I mean.
But like she tried to like unscrew one piece and she was like,
Wait, she
does
had
this
it.
come out?
Oh my god.
Bro, she's like working.
Was she blonde?
Yes, she was like 55, blonde, chunky.
55.
Blue eyes?
I couldn't tell.
Dog, she was old. That means she was working there for a while and she still don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, like that's what scared me. And the worst part is there are her not assistant, but I guess the nurse that came to help her after she sat there for 15 minutes embarrassed, right? In front of me and my dad, she was older. That nurse was older and she knew exactly what she was doing and she did everything nice and fast.
Well,
she was
yeah,
like,
if you're 55 years old, you're expected to know what you're doing because
Yeah.
you can't just become a nurse at the age of 55, right? And like everybody's like, oh yeah,
yeah,
take your time,
just
take
go change that guy's IV.
like if you're 55 years old, all your patients, everybody in that room is gonna assume you have a lot of experience.
Yeah, but I don't think she did at all.
There's
and
no way.
and both my mom and my dad assumed that she was probably high, because there's no way
Dude,
you're
there's-
asking this many questions that require obvious medical experience to someone who obviously has none. That's like going
Bro
to
is 17,
ask.
he's still in school. He's not. He can't
Yeah,
go to freaking.
I'm not like a
medical school.
med school. I can't do that. It's like
Yeah, for health. Why did you
No,
pay
no,
attention
for-
to health class, Marshawn? Damn, you could have helped yourself. Man.
Ah, you know what? Good point, man. Dude, that's like a chef asking a regular person all these crazy questions, and then they're like, I don't know, man. I kind of just make my stir fry every week.
So,
It
like,
doesn't work.
how long do you cook this onion for? I don't know. You're supposed to cook it. How long do you have to cook it until it's medium rare?
Yeah, like if I had a chef like that, I would just order a different one. Dude, can someone else cook my food? This dude's gonna give me like medium rare chicken. He's like, look at this exquisite pink chicken. Oh yes, I love salmonella.
Chicken's supposed to be pink, guys. When you like cook it.
Yeah, she's asking all these questions that I obviously had.
How did she get that job?
I have no idea. That's what me and my dad were asking. Like, and I was trying not to laugh because I was staring at my dad like stone cold in the eyes, trying not to burst out laughing, because it was just like she was sitting right there and she was sweating. She was sweating trying to figure this shit out.
Wait, so what was she even trying to do?
She was just changing my lines. And she was struggling to do that.
Is this supposed to come out?
I watched it, and I can tell you it, at least from what it looks like. So I had what I'm guessing is like a bifocal, meaning it was the pick line, the line, right? And then it came and split into 2 little tubes. And then later on down the line, there's 1 extra one. So altogether, there are 3 tubes that I'm connected to through this one, sort of. So imagine like a tree, but it doesn't have a branch on this side. It's got 1 branch on this side. Here's the trunk. Later on down, there's 1 more branch on this side. That's essentially what it was like, right? You literally grab it. You use your other hand to sort of put pressure onto the person, because if you just pull on that and you unscrew it, you're pulling on the entire thing. So imagine like holding a rope and you want to have some slack in it. So you push on that side and then you pull on this side and you twist. You literally just untwist it. It's like a fucking bottle.
She was just sitting there yanking it.
And she was just like twisting it. Does this come out? It was terrifying.
Well, yeah, just saying, if she had a week less experience, she could have died.
Yeah.
A week less
and I was watching when she was flushing my IV because I was genuinely...
Anymore,
I was genuinely terrified of her grabbing like an entire syringe of like
in frame
morphine.
Hey, this ended in a steel, bro.
I know, because there's a bunch of white people watching them.
They still like them.
Yeah, true. At least the flushing the IV part, that is, as long as you know how to read and you're the patient, you're probably going to be okay. I read it. It's sodium chloride. I know that that's just regular saline, right? But I was genuinely terrified of her going into the drawer and accidentally grabbing like the morphine syringe and then going in and being like, all right, I'm flushing your IV, and gives me like 50 milligrams of morphine. I literally would have just died on the spot. I would have just been like, oh, I feel kind of sick. And you just hear like my monitor just go flat.
Yo, that's insane.
Yeah.
That she didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah, and the sad
Did
part
she
is...
not have like another nurse there to help her out and figure shit out?
She was supposed to call that nurse, but she didn't call that nurse until it was like 20 minutes later. If she called that nurse from the beginning, the entire situation could have been solved in like 5 minutes.
What's so confusing? Like, why is she...
I think she was embarrassed to call for help. I don't know why you would be embarrassed to call for help. When
somebody's life is on the line.
Yeah, and better yet, why would you be embarrassed to call for help if literally every nurse and doctors need help? Like, if you go ask a surgeon, hey, are you going to be able to do this entire surgery on your own? They're going to let you dead in your eyes and say, hell no.
I know, in the surgery rooms, they have like 12
Yeah, they have a bunch of people. Like, when they were about to put me to sleep, for example, for
you had surgery, right?
Technically not a surgery.
What was it?
The endoscopy and colonoscopy, that isn't exactly a surgery. It's more of a procedure. So I'm going to keep it real with you. Here's exactly what they do. They can put you to sleep. Well, I think they put you to sleep most of the time. Well, yeah, actually, no, they have to. They have to put you to sleep. Mm-hmm. So they'll put you under anesthesia. And what they'll do is they'll take this thing called like a snake cam. They will literally flip you over, spread your cheeks open, shove the fucking camera up your ass, and on a screen.
You felt all that?
Afterwards, yes. Like, afterwards, when I woke up, you can tell that something was in there that shouldn't have been in there. Like, yeah, so it was a weird... I think I remember my exact words when I woke up from the anesthesia. I was like, what did they put up my ass? I don't think my mom or dad got that because I was really quiet and like I didn't have a lot of strength to speak, so I was really quiet.
Put up my ass, dude.
Yeah. So like the camera, it'll project onto literally like a screen. It is no different than mirroring your phone to a TV. And they're just looking in there and they're looking for signs of stuff. And on top of that, on that camera, there is a little thing like a guillotine. And if they find anything that they need to cut from the inside of your intestines, so think of not like entire parts of your intestine, but stuff that's on the inside. So think of like you're going down like a slide as a kid, right? And there's like a beehive.
Crazy way to put it, but yeah.
And
so, yeah,
the
like,
camera is going to cut that beehive from the inside of the slide. That's what this guillotine does. So they
calling your
they
ass
find
a slide is kind of crazy.
Okay, see now that's actually true. That's a kind of a weird analogy, but I'm just trying to make it make sense. So if they find any like polyps or anything they need to cut off, they'll use this little guillotine and they'll cut it off from the inside and they'll drag that out. And while they're in there, they'll take a bunch of pictures so that way they can look at it earlier without having to shove another camera up your ass and be like, I don't remember if your insides are blue or green or pink. So
Wait,
let's check that.
Do you think like this is gonna be like his topic for the final project? He's just part of the podcast.
I don't think he's doing it by now.
No, well, he doesn't have to, but like since he's doing it right now, pretty much this topic is just his time in the fucking hospital.
I
you think
could.
Miska said he would let that happen?
Probably.
She might.
Yeah, because then so you at least have something to turn in.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about it anymore because each segment's gonna be like 15 minutes long.
I'm pretty sure we're talking about 15.
Yeah, we gotta like figure out what
We need to do
do
mine.
first.
We need
Yeah,
mine.
we gotta do Christian's and Juan's. Mine's already done.
Yeah.
But we took like the whole entire class period to finish his. These kids, yeah.
Well, it was on a Wednesday too, though. So. And
Oh, true, so
also,
we had, like,
You're talking about
we're supposed to, yeah, if it's a podcast.
You're just talking about the fire truck challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Fire truck.
So I was looking up weird TikTok trends, and this article came up. There's a section on it that said illegal trends. Fire truck challenge that popped up.
What the?
And apparently, it's like red light, green light, with hands, right, to your thigh, going up to your private parts. So typically, it's a dude and a woman, and it's like red light, red light, green, just stop. And apparently, the dudes just never stopped. They kept going all the way. They just never stopped.
So what? He just slides her hand. He just slides his hand right up her pants and just.
Basically.
Wait.
As
Random?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I was about to say like there's
'cause
no way
I don't
because if
understand,
it's
'cause, like,
under illegal sections, I would think it's a random.
Right. I don't understand how that's illegal if like you're obviously
Because-
consenting to do the challenge. Also, how is that a TikTok challenge?
Yeah, like
Why
are
are
they
you
filming
doing?
that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That just clicked to me right now. I'm
Like,
what?
oh my god! Imagine the music they put over it.
Imagine Ninja Go
Bro, they're gonna put some bumfuck music, chicken did over there. While they're reaching down each other's pants and
No,
shit.
they're gonna do this fucking Squid Game fucking girl red light green light shit.
Red light, and just
Yeah, they
reaches
just
all the
keep
way
going,
down
they
there.
just don't
Fucking dude.
At least that's based off of what I read. I didn't read it fully because I'm like, this shit is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not reading this.
Yeah, that sounds pretty TikTok.
No, but like that's against the platform, like the privacy policy.
Oh, true. And they're just
I don't. It just said it was a TikTok trend, bro. I don't know. For some reason, it's called the fire truck now.
yeah. I don't know what that has to do with
It
fire
should be
trucks.
called red light, green light. Basically.
Yeah, like at that point,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't.
red light.
I don't know. It was very weird.
Do they call it a fire truck because sometimes the woman is gonna have to reach her pants down the reach her hand down the dude's pants with his fire hose?
I think so. I didn't. Like I said, I didn't finish.
But
reading
like
it.
if it goes the other
I read like
way,
the first three words, and I was just like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
yeah,
I'm not
that's,
doing this.
yeah, I don't get why it's called the fire truck challenge.
I don't either.
I
There's a bunch
can't.
of weird TikTok trends out there.
Yeah, remember that one trend where we're just like have your friend jump in the middle and you trip them, and 80% of the time their head would just hit the fucking concrete and they die.
Wait, what?
This was a
Oh yeah. I know. What you're
yeah, like where you'd have two friends on like the outside jump, and then one on the inside would jump, and then
because
they
that
just trip
kicking
you.
them in midair is kind of gonna like fully fucking flip them.
Yeah, because the challenge was well shit. Even either way, you push their legs forward or backwards, their head is going towards the ground.
Right.
So unless you're doing this in a sky zone or in like a bed, really gentle or something, why would you decide to do that?
Yeah, most of the time it's on concrete with freaking
Yeah,
idiots, dude.
like I saw them do it in like schools with like marble floors.
That marble crack, bro. What do you want? As well
Yeah,
as your head, you know?
yeah, that's.
It'd be weird. Well, let me see how long we've been filming for. Make sure.
Oh wow, like
23 minutes.
that's.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. More that way.
Yeah. So what? Anything else we want to talk about on this? podcast?
We're technically supposed to do his topic today, and then you just like kind of stole the show. And it's funny because as the people came in, we kept talking.
Yeah, kept talking.
I mean, I guess that works.
I got kicked out. That was like right here.
Yeah, you just stayed there.
And she was like, "I'm gonna high key need this chair."
They kicked him off the chair. That's crazy.
I thought she needed like my chair, but like she didn't even respond, so I just kind of awkwardly sat there and just hoped if she did need the chair, she would ask again instead of just staring at me. Cause like, yeah.
Oh, by the way, what are we doing in strength today?
Maxing out, so.
We're still
Yeah, we're still maxing.
So I have free time.
Basically. It's just
No new,
basketball.
no new stuff.
No stuff.
What was it? I was almost saying, I've been kidding.
Does she think we're stuck in here?
No, I think she's just checking up on us. Make sure we're not touching things we're not supposed to.
Well, she didn't see that.
He has it out. He's just jiggling it. Fondling his ball.
Yeah,
Balls.
fingers.
Oh, at least they didn't need to do that.
Touch your balls.
Well, I would hope they wouldn't.
Well, you know, for my hernia, they literally needed to.
Fire trick training?
Except you didn't have no option to say red light or green light?
Yeah. So like, there was no red light or green light. It was just green light. Like it was
So
just
like, all right, spread your legs. I'm checking.
No, the worst part is they had to use like the ultrasound jelly.
And you felt all that. So you just like got lubed up.
Yeah, lubed over there too.
They essentially oiled my shit up.
Did you get hard?
I'm so glad I didn't.
Because imagine this.
It was a 65-year-old lady,
That's gonna be crazy.
and she was using like ultrasound jelly, so it was like the
and
worst
then,
consistency ever.
she's all looking at the shit, and then just suddenly just.
Like, at least because it's an ultrasound, she isn't looking directly at my nuts or anything in that area.
She's still
She's looking
touching
at a
you, though.
screen, but she's touching. So like, if she moves her hand, because like I don't know if you've ever had an ultrasound before on anything. On
I've never been pregnant before, so I wouldn't know.
I thought that they only did it with pregnant stuff, but they do it with
Quite a lot.
yeah. So the best way to describe what this little thing looks like is it looks like a
By little thing, you mean your balls?
no, no, the ultrasound scanner thing. At least the one that they use for like small hand stuff like that is it looks like clippers,
Clippers?
like the thick clippers that they use to cut your hair.
Really?
But like on the
16
end, it's just
16
flat.
guard.
It's just flat. So they put the jelly on and they literally just move this thing around.
Why are you
Okay.
laughing? This is a very
Okay.
traumatizing experience for my child.
Yeah, look, it was terrifying. It was
See that?
terrifying.
You were scared, dude.
Yes, I was scared, man.
Like what if you accidentally got hard?
If I accidentally got hard there, I literally would have had to kill myself when I got home. I was so glad that by then I lived in an apartment on the second floor. So like, if I jump, if I jump from there, I could at least die if my head goes first. But if my legs go first, I'm just gonna awkwardly break my legs and sit there in front of my old neighbor. And I mean, I have to probably use the elevator.
To go down?
No, to kill myself.
Why do you throw yourself in the elevator?
If you can figure out a way to get into the shaft, that is a pretty.
Yeah, you gotta climb, buddy.
Yeah.
You gotta go up the elevator. You were not gonna be able to climb.
Oh
Are you
yeah,
sure about that?
Climb this one.
I could. It weighs more than me, so I'm not gonna fall.
Do it. You're gonna put your shirt back in your sweater?
Yeah, for real, right?
I forgot.
I mean your hand back, your arm back.
He's like used to it.
Okay, I actually still need to look at this.
For what?
It's just interesting to look at. Oh, and I don't. How many times have you been like? Have you had an IV in? Like
No,
I know.
I've never been in like a serious situation at the hospital
I
like
broke
that.
my arm once. I was a little kid. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I never had a serious situation like that.
So, I'll warn you now. When you have to have blood drawn or you get an IV,
I've
anything
blood
like
drawn.
that,
I might actually go under anesthesia because they're gonna do surgery on my mouth or whatever. Because they gotta take some teeth out.
like
they
go
don't-
to sleep or
All they do is just poke.
Okay,
They poke
so-
the inside of your mouth.
Yeah, no, because
No.
they actually have to take out my teeth and then they're also gonna take my wisdom teeth.
are they gonna give you local anesthesia or are they gonna
Probably.
put you to sleep?
I don't know.
Right for you.
My mom's got to call them first, and then we got to set up an appointment to see what they're gonna do, and then
Okay.
eventually do that.
I think my wisdom teeth removed too.
If
I
they,
low-key do not want to be awake
I
and
don't
just
know.
have them dig in my mouth.
it's possible that you could have them put you to sleep, but if you don't know what that feels like, don't be scared.
I won't.
But
I just want my
but-
mom to feel me while I'm high.
But if
Yeah,
you get a really old doctor, they're gonna lie to you and you're gonna know it. So here's what I mean by this, because I did this with both of the times I have been put to sleep under anesthesia. They're gonna be like, "This is just oxygen. It's just oxygen." And they
I
put
can
this
breathe
mask-
just fine, bro. The only thing I'm getting done is my freaking mouth. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Just taking my teeth out. This is just
Yeah.
oxygen.
and it's obvious it's not oxygen, and like they're gonna treat you like you're 4 and you're terrified of everything, even if you're obviously not scared of it. So right when I was about to go to sleep from an endoscopy, they wheel me into the room that they're gonna put me to sleep in, and they're like, "This is just oxygen." No, it's not.
What
I
about you?
see the can over there. I can breathe just fine.
I can read.
And I started coughing and shit. Oh, coughing is just fine, buddy. And they just hold down tighter until your eyes just kind of close. So it doesn't. It's not a lot of panic.
Well, I don't know if I'm even gonna go under anesthesia
Yeah.
because you kind of don't need to.
No, you don't. But it's something that they can do if you request it, I think.
Also,
Depends
that's
on
gonna
what it is.
it's gonna be so much pain, dude. They want to take out like 5 of my teeth and then my
Wisdom
my
teeth?
wisdom teeth.
Are all of them are wisdom teeth or just one?
I think they can take out all of them. One of them for sure has to go
I might have
because
to
one's
take
going in like
out- I
sideways.
think I got 3 and when I can say.
Really?
That's crazy. I don't think I have
You know-
any wisdom teeth.
Because of how crowded my teeth are, they're gonna try to take out like 5 of my like front molar teeth, whatever, just to make more space so that it can spread out more. And then while they're doing that, I guess they're also gonna take out the wisdom teeth. So that's gonna hurt like hell, dude. I am not.
Oh
eating.
yeah, that's not gonna be fun.
I'm not gonna.
So
That is not because they actually have to do like full on surgery for that.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to chew anything for a long while.
It's gonna be worse than when I first got braces.
Yeah.
Because when you first get braces, it's so painful, dude. Like when you first get them, it's not as bad the first day, but the second day you feel it all. It's painful, dude. Can't even bite bread. I couldn't eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches when I first got my braces.
Yeah, because what? Isn't it just really?
It just
really
hurts.
sensitive and it hurts. A bit
Yeah,
bad.
it just hurts really bad. Like any amount of pressure hurt it.
Mm.
So.
So
And then,
like soup would probably be your best friend, I guess.
I don't like soup though. That's the problem. I fucking hate soup.
Okay, luckily, I'm not really picky at all with food.
I
As long
am.
as it just tastes good, I'm good.
I'm pretty picky. You know. Like I
Yeah.
can't eat fatty meats. I don't know if you can, but like when they're fat, the texture and the squishiness, I can't.
Mm.
That's just nasty.
It's not something I particularly enjoy for fatty meats, but
Bro, I
can
remember
eat it.
one time I went to like Texas Roadhouse or something. I got a fatty piece. I was just sitting there chewing it for like 10 minutes and I spit it out because I couldn't swallow it.
Mhm.
I was just sitting there chewing.
what? Did you get it like well done too?
No,
Or
I
did you get it?
I got it
medium
like medium.
rare? Oh, bro, my mom is terrified of medium rare
I get
Why?
medium rare.
because she's just scared of pink meat. She
The only
like
thing you should really be scared of is chicken.
I told her while I was in the hospital, like, cause she was eating a steak over there, and I was like, hey, did you get
How
a
was the hospitals?
Yeah.
Like
Food?
food there.
Pretty good for the most part.
Because I always hear like terrible things about how ass it is.
I mean, to be fair, again, it was St. Paul Children's Hospital in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
It does have a pretty good menu. It's a children's hospital too, so like I said, they prioritize comfort.
Right.
There's a nice chance you go to another hospital and they're gonna feed you gruel.
Like just straight
From-
slop. They're
from,
gonna give
like-
you prison food.
Yeah, they're gonna give me prison food.
So here, this is all the nutrients you need. It doesn't taste good at all, but take it.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what you order too, because like for example, if you order something like stir fry, that's gonna be good.
Mhm.
I guess. I don't know why. I'm just
So do they
That
like
works.
make their stuff there? Like they have like a kitchen or whatever that they actually.
yeah,
full
they
on
have a
make?
kitchen and they make it, but there are certain items that they will get like pre-made to save time.
Right.
Like they're not gonna get everything pre-made. They're not gonna have all microwave meals in there and just
Yeah,
bring
because
it up to you.
yeah, no.
Like they do cook.
Not gonna lie, microwave meals kind of have a funny taste to them.
They
I'm not
do.
gonna lie.
They always have a funny texture too.
Yeah, because they have to be preserved for a while.
Yeah, and like it's all the preservatives that they put in there. Like for example, it's the reason why like McDonald's tastes really iconic or distinctive compared to other foods.
Dude, have you had microwaved chicken nuggets from McDonald's? That shit is ass. Same thing with the fries, dude.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know the fries are. I can't do it.
Why'd you lick your lips? You lick your lips like it's delicious.
No, it's because like fries alone are kind of hard to re-microwave. You just have to literally just throw them back in the grease.
Yeah, because eating microwave fries is so nasty, dude.
Oh.
And just microwaved
horrible.
McDonald's itself is also
It literally
nasty.
just doesn't work.
It does not.
It does not know. Because like after I turned like 10, I just didn't want anything to do with McDonald's
No,
because
low-key, though.
the food just doesn't taste like it's fine if you're really hungry and
Well,
it's
that's what
nearby.
That's pretty much what it is for. It's
I mean,
fast
that's literally what I said to my mom. McDonald's is a place you go to when you just want food in 40 seconds.
Right.
And even then, you can go get good food that takes like 2 minutes more.
Mhm.
Because, for example, I don't know why White Castle's feels like it's on the same level as McDonald's, but it's not at all. Like, I learned that their meat is real.
Their meat is good, dude.
Yeah.
I love their freaking sliders.
I actually, dude, their chicken sliders and with the honey mustard and the shrimp poppers, that's like my go-to.
I always get just like the box, just little sliders in it.
I got the sliders for a long time until they had like, for example, they have like a bacon cheese sliders.
Why'd you turn to me like bacon cheese sliders?
Because it's a godsend.
It's a god.
Jesus himself came down to
big?
White
Is it
Castle.
just like small. Like
It's the
regular
same size for all of their sliders. All of their burgers, all the sandwiches, sliders, they're all the same size. It's just that they're just made out of different stuff.
ones? You know, I fuck with their chicken rings.
Oh, absolutely.
I
The
love
chicken rings are a godsend.
Like they're really.
You put those in some honey mustard and you eat, it's heaven.
It's really good.
Literally heaven.
And I don't know why like White Castle looks like it's worse than McDonald's.
Exactly. It always looks so trashy, but you know it's not.
Yeah, you eat it and that's just good. Way better than McDonald's.
Yeah. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I'm
It
literally-
just...
Yeah, you're not even
talking
Okay, I think we gotta like focus on like his topic.
Yeah,
Because I didn't even know his topic.
I low-key think we gotta do the topic tomorrow.
We have no time. We don't have enough
We got enough time. Go ahead. Start it. Just start it. I'll add it from tomorrow. I'll just add it. You just start on your topic.
We don't have enough time.
Just start yapping
You have what?
about your topic.
Yeah,
just
your topic.
start it off. Yeah.
Yeah, just go for it.
What do you want to talk about first?
Michael B. Jordan. He's an actor.
Michael B. Jordan is an actor. He is an actor.
He played Creed.
You did play Creed.
Yeah.
Boxing is a sport.
Boxing is a sport.
True. Boxing is a sport.
It's a hard sport.
Y'all think you could box?
I cannot box.
Y'all think
Box?
you could do good in boxing?
I,
Like,
but
like given proper
like
training?
like a real training.
Yeah,
camp,
yeah,
I
What,
think
just
I
get
can,
into
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
'Cause
I
I
want
swear,
to.
I
Me
low-key
and my
need to.
dad plan to do boxing. I like originally this summer when I get a job, if I can, I want to try to go to this place called Minnesota Top Team and do kickboxing there.
Kickboxing. That's not good.
Because the thing about
I think my dad did.
kickboxing is for some reason it's a lot cheaper than the boxing there. Like boxing would be like $160 a month. Kickboxing $110 a month.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, that is a big difference.
Yeah, I don't know
Difference in
why.
money?
I guess it's just because people do boxing more, so they just.
Maybe. Well, because also kickboxing, you don't need as much equipment like that.
Oh, you did.
No,
that,
no,
like,
no,
thing.
no, you need more.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need more.
You need more.
So they
Because
need
it-
more.
I guess,
Yeah.
I guess that's why it's cheaper because you pay for more for like, equipment, and then it should be cheaper to train.
What?
Because equipment probably costs more than regular boxing equipment.
Okay, if I had to think about it like this, the kickboxing equipment probably. It's probably the fact that they don't need to buy new kickboxing equipment. Because the more equipment you buy, or the more popular. No, it's popularity wise. Because think about it like this. It's
Everybody
not
knows
simply-
boxing. Kickboxing is
Yeah,
like below
and
that.
if everybody comes for boxing, you're gonna need more boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Right.
But if nobody does kickboxing, you only need a few shin pads.
just
you
need
only need a
less.
few. Yeah, so you just need less for kickboxing. So I guess that's probably why.
But to be honest, when it comes to boxing, I always prefer buying my own gloves instead of sharing.
Right.
True.
We do have to have like 2 gloves, one for training, one for like real fights when it comes to it.
Yeah, because the gloves have to be different
They have to be
weights.
strict
Yeah, that's the
different
different weights. Yeah.
And again, it could
We're
be
like
different
sparring,
for
don't
me,
they gotta
between me
be
and you
like-
because of weight classes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
true.
in different weight classes as well.
I mean, like that's a good thing about like
Like
sparring.
if I fought Christian, bro, I don't think we're in the same weight class. I think I'm heavier than him. How much you use?
Like 200,
You 200?
like 217.
So then we're like in the same weight class.
Yeah.
We can fight each other.
Yeah.
You are not.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
are.
you are
No.
not.
Definitely not.
Like, it won't be fair against like us versus Brayden, bro.
Right.
That's not
Braden's
fair.
like
Wait.
400 pounds.
Oh my god, that is terrifying,
Yeah.
dude. I
Yo,
remember.
you all saw that Eddie Hall is like doing MMA now or like
Yeah.
UFC?
Yeah,
So he
with
fought
Tom
2 people?
Aspinall.
Yeah, he fought 2 dwarfs
Yeah,
at
two
once.
doors,
Mhm. He's been training with Tom Aspinall. I don't know if you know who he is.
yeah.
No.
Okay,
The
the
guy-
best way for me to put it is I think Tom Aspinall. Yeah, he's from the UK. He's from the UK. He's a fucking giant.
Yeah.
He's like 6'4", 6'5". He's like as tall as Eddie Hall.
You know what? Low key, who I want to see do like UFC and stuff like that.
Who?
Brian Shaw. He like
I
towers
think he
over
literally
Eddie
did.
Shaw. Eddie Hall.
I
Does he? Because he's
Think
like
No, I'm
he's
thinking of
really
Brock
good.
Lesnar.
no,
Brock Lesnar did.
Brock Lesnar started off with all that, and then he went to like WWE.
Yeah.
and
He
all
started
that.
as a wrestler.
Yeah, he started as a
Yeah,
wrestler,
high
and then
school.
he did.
And because Brock Lesnar was also like my friend glazes him a lot. He glazes him a lot.
Where Brock Lesnar?
Yes, he's a Brock
Steroids?
Lesnar dick rider. He said himself.
I'm not gonna lie. Him as a fighter wasn't too good. He had an okay record, but it's not
Didn't he
horrible.
lose to Cain Velasquez?
What about Andrew Tate?
Cain Velasquez?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what about
Brock
Cain
Lesnar
Velasquez?
lost to Cain Velasquez.
I don't
I
know.
think that's what gave him his belt. Cain Velasquez's belt.
He
Brock
he
Lesnar.
might have. Though Cain Velasquez has been in jail for a long time now.
Yeah, because he tried to kill someone. But it was a good reason. To be
No,
honest.
it was a really good reason because he had a son that was training in like some martial art dojo. I forgot
Yeah.
what martial art. His dojo master tried to touch his kid,
What the hell?
so he found the dojo master and killed him.
No, he tried to kill him. He got away.
Oh, he got away. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but he got it in the car chase.
At least he didn't
Yeah,
get life,
five
you know.
Yeah, he. I don't think he got life. So he's
Well, yeah,
he's
he
gonna
wouldn't.
be out.
Only if you
He
if
got
you
charged for
killed that.
attempted murder, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's not.
Mm,
life.
But
yeah,
he,
so.
I think it's good behavior for previous he did already, so he doesn't have like a year or 2 left.
Yeah,
Which is good.
Yeah,
Because he should be free, to be honest. I would have done the same thing if I was him.
No, look.
yeah,
for-
true. Everyone would do the same thing in that
For their kids.
situation.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
especially the thing.
That's what's crazy, though, you know? There's a lot of weird people out here.
I know.
Oh, there's another situation like that in the UFC. Do you know Rose Namajunas?
I know.
No,
It's okay. She's not too big anymore, but she's a female fighter,
Mhm.
and now there's a sort of controversy going on with her and her boyfriend, right? Because her boyfriend is older, and I think they said they met when she was 14, and he was like her trainer.
What?
So think about the math on that: a 14-year-old,
14-year-old.
15-year-old training, and your master that's teaching you is like 24, 25
that's
when you
weird.
meet.
That's
Yeah,
not good.
and then they got together later on. But
So you met this person while she was a child.
Yeah.
Right?
mm-hmm.
And then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till you
I
grow
think I'm
up.
gonna fuck you.
I'm pre-ordering this one.
Exactly, he pre-ordered.
No one touched this one. This one's mine for
He
later.
pre-ordered.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a
Did you
little
guys hear
weird.
about Jake Paul versus Tank Davis? The one I set
Yo,
that up?
why are they doing that?
Dude, Jake Paul isn't really that good of a
Nah.
fighter, dude.
No, he
Tank will
isn't.
kill him. Honestly. Tank is like, what,
Like,
he's undefeated still?
Jake Paul
40-something?
isn't a fighter.
No,
he
he
is
isn't.
fighting people who are retired,
Yeah.
not real boxers. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tried to defend it and be like, yeah, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, that's true, but that's all you've done so far.
Yeah.
yeah, you
The only-
haven't shown anything fighting like
The only,
real.
the only real fighter he fought was Tommy Fury. And that's it.
Yeah.
And he lost.
Yeah, he lost that. Wasn't it an embarrassing loss too? Like, it wasn't that good of a fight.
It wasn't that good a fight. He got pre-beat.
Yeah.
And when he was, this pisses me off so much. When he was fighting Mike Tyson, bro.
I
Yeah.
think Mike Tyson was holding back. So
I thought so too. I thought Mike was about to pull some. It was definitely a
Yeah.
publicity stunt,
Well, yeah.
Money.
all for money. But like, Mike Tyson wasn't fighting
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Jake Paul looked too scared to go fight Mike Tyson.
Mhm.
That pissed me off so
Yeah.
much. Cause like towards the end, I thought Mike Tyson was about to pull out some freaking some prime
Yeah,
shit, right?
probably.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat his
Some
ass,
combo.
and then all for him to just bite his gloves the whole time and just
Yeah.
back away.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that was staged all the way because
Yep.
they weren't fighting.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson like threw like 2 punches like the whole match,
Yep.
dude.
They were good punches, though. They did land pretty hard.
It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It's Mike
I think,
Tyson.
I think that's what Jay got scared because the real punch started hitting. I probably told him to calm down right in the middle of the fight.
You know, dude, what's insane is that Mike Tyson started like at 18 years old.
Yeah.
Like, he was.
I heard that's a habit he had though, biting his gloves when he was in his prime.
Yeah, that is a habit because that's due to his training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his style is literally, I think it's called the turtle style, or whatever. You hold your gloves up close to the point where you're like ducking, so you're like blocking everything, and you can move fast, right?
I think they call it peekaboo.
That one,
I
yeah,
think
peekaboo. is
Peekaboo,
his
yeah.
style.
So like his whole thing, at least from what I've heard, is getting off that center line really quick. So he's all that's why he's going side to side.
Yeah, he's
but
fast.
he's shelled up
yeah.
at the same time. So
if
he
you're gonna hit
winds
him,
up
it's not
those
gonna be
hooks.
that great of a hit. But then he can like full range, you twist everything, you know.
Yeah, like that's a good thing about the kinetic chain when he's moving side to side like that. If he catches you when he's coming back up, it's like sort of like a pendulum.
Can you believe all that started because his bird died?
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
'Cause a bully killed his pigeon.
That's what got him into boxing?
Pretty much, because after because the bully killed his pigeon right in front of Mike. Mike was so pissed. He was like little, bro.
Mhm.
This bully was older than him. He beat his ass, dude.
Crazy.
He beat his ass bad, straight whooping him and everything. But I think like somebody like saw that, some coach saw that, like, yo, this kid's got like potential. I don't know like the full story or whatever, but like somebody saw him. They're like, yo, this kid's got a lot of potential. Let me take him under my wing and do all this stuff, right? That's how he pretty much got into boxing. That's why he was like at a really young age, 18.
I think we have time to.
But yeah, Mike Tyson was good at fighting like since the beginning.
Yeah.
And just extra training, he was whooping ass.
Oh, true.
He was whooping hell ass.